Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSU81 and today we have another video by request whereby I have seen several of your comments in some of my videos that you guys are actually asking for Dragon Ball how to post video, and very coincidentally I have this Tamashii Nation magazine that I gotten from Japan, and they do have this Goku which also have several of the posing tips. So I'm going to use these books to actually try to do some posing for you guys. Hopefully it will help you guys when it comes to some posing. As you guys know, I have not able to get this beautiful Goku, but I do have the previous Awakening Goku right over here, which is very much the same. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so the very first one I'm going to try is this very simple standing pose, which they call confrontations. Yep, so let's read up on what they say. Simple standing posture are difficult, which I'm pretty much agreed, because they require so much expressiveness to create the appearance of standing and glaring. Puff the chest up and pull the chin down until it touches the neck to create a powerful standing posture. Bend the arms slightly at the elbow so they are not straight. Okay, up at this point, this is how I usually pose my figure standing still, and it does looks rather rigid. So based on what I read just now, it just seems that I require lots of rework. So let's try on the chest first. So it says that I need to actually puff the chest up a little bit, yep, to make it looks like he's really buffing up, and also the head must be touching the neck like this, and the hand shouldn't be straight like this. It's looking very odd, so it should be something like a bending forward with both arms. For the second portion, it actually say keep the classic Dragon Ball standing pose in mind and pay attention to details like showing the back of the left fist and pulling the left legs back slightly. Place the aura effects directly behind the figure so to avoid concealing it. Okay, so from here the first thing it says that we need to show the left arm, the back of the left arm, and also pulling the left leg slightly to the back. Yeah, something like this. I think it actually looks much better even though I don't have the aura behind him. Yep, so this is how he looks like. Wow, I think it does improve the overall look. This is not too bad. Okay, so we'll move on to the second pose, which is what they call preparing for battle. Yeah, face the enemy in the air. So let's start with this pose. Try the aerial pose. Turn the eyes towards the enemy. Spin the wrist of the left hands held out in front and angle the figure slightly forward to create a feeling of tension, like Son Goku is about to pounce on an enemy. And the second one is when forming the aerial pose, pay attention to how the legs move, okay, to give the impression that the character is on guard and ready for action even when in mid-air. Bend the knee of both legs and point the toes towards the ground. Wow, okay, pretty interesting. So let's get started, and I have already change the face and also the hands just to save some time. So let's try on. It says turns the wrist, the left hands to face the front, and this one I think we'll have to do it like this, and the face will be facing the enemy, okay, and the body I think you have to tilt a little bit. And now for the second part is the legs. It says that the toe had to face the bottom like this because it is actually floating. Yep, something like this I believe. Yep, very fast we have created this basic pose of him, like when he's trying to attack, something like this. Yep, so I think this looks pretty good. Okay, yep, something like this. And because this pose actually needed a stand, so I actually opened this Tamashii Nation World Tour stand, which they have given me while I was there. Yep, of course I did buy something, so they give me like a free gift. I have not taken a look at it before, so let's see how special. Wow, okay, so it does have a very nice printing on it, and the rest of it is basically the same. Okay, Anything else? Nope. So a better look on the stance here. Thank you for your continuous support these 15 years. Wow, didn't know they have been around for 15 years so long ago. Okay, so this is how it looks like with the Tamashii Nation base stand, and I think that it looks pretty good. And the next one is also a pretty simple pose, which is charging up your ki, and let's see what they say. To create the pose of the character charging his ki above his head, extend the right arm straight upwards, bend the chest back as though it's being pulled by the movement of the right arm, and drop the left shoulder to give the impression of gathering power. For the second part, it says, for a powerful charging up pose, it is also important to brace the legs. The hip joint should be open wide and both legs should be firmly planted on the ground. Be sure to bend the left knee, keeping in mind where the center of gravity should be when the right arm is raised. Wow, this really does sounds complicated. And to save some time, I've actually changed the hands as well. So let's get started. So first of all, I think we need to extend his right arm straight up. Of course, you have to adjust the hands like this. And then the torso will have to bend a little bit to the left. Yeah, because he's actually raising his arm. His head will have to be, oops, he's bald now. Okay, so let's put it back. I think his head will have to go something like this. And for the left shoulder, it says you need to actually drop down a little. Okay, yeah, something like this, because there's a weight on his right hands. For the second portions, it says that the leg will have to be spread and the left leg will have to bend a little, and this right leg will have to be straightened. Yep, like this. Center of gravity. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what it says. And when I check out the picture, they don't actually do him bending so low, so I'll try to straighten him out a little bit. Yep, something like this, I believe. And the last pose, which I think is the most coolest one but also the most challenging, is the techniques of unleashing the full power of Kamehameha. Okay, so try the Kamehameha pose, one of the best part of posing Dragon Ball figures. Wow, they even say the same. Move the right shoulder forward and extend the arm straight. Bend the elbow of the left arm to adjust that the wrists are perfectly aligned. Yes, this is the hardest part. And to show the movement when the power of the whole body condenses to release the Kamehameha, slightly twist the hip to the direction opposite of the arm. Okay, by fully extending the right leg in the same direction, create a convincing look of strength that can offset the momentum of the Kamehameha. Wow, this does sounds very complicated. I'm not sure if I understand that well, but let's give it a try. So again, to save some time, I already changed the face as well as the hands. So let's get started by the first one, whereby it says we need to extend the right shoulder forward. Okay, so this is utilizing the butterfly joint to the maximum. Straighten it up. Yep, something like this. The hand's supposed to bend towards something like this. Okay, yep. And for the left arm, we need to bend it. Okay, just to combine with the right arms, something like this, to be perfectly aligned. Of course, this will take some time to actually adjust it.
6 hours later.
Okay, so it just takes a few tries, but you will need to fully extend the right arm butterfly joints all the way out and straighten the arms of the right hands. And of course, the hands, you need to like bend it like this. Okay, the same goes for the left arm. You will need to fully utilize the elbow butterfly joint and also bend the arm slightly so that it can actually sticks together like this. Yep. And now for the lower body, it says something like you need to twist it to the side like this. The legs are something to bend forward, and this one is going something like this. Okay, so we are beginning to see the shape of the figure. Of course, you need to do a little bit more of adjustment so that the hand is sticking together as close as possible. Yeah, but at this angle it just looks like they are together. Wow, this is really awesome. And of course this beautiful pose also needs a stand because he's like floating at mid-air, so you can see, wow, this one just looks totally awesome. Okay, so that's all the posing time for this time around, and I hope that this video does benefits you, or at least you learn something from how to pose your Dragon Ball figure, and I'll catch you guys again in my next video.
And what was that supposed to be, Goku?